just want to tell all you folks, I know you've been enjoying our free concerts in the park this summer, and a really, really great deal if you've never heard about it before, Watertown Concert Series. We have got, you can, for adult membership of $60, you get to go to 4 shows in Watertown, plus 5 shows in Beaver Dam. You don't have to pay for parking, you don't have to pay much for gas. It's just really a nice way, and all of our shows in Watertown are in the high school auditoriums. You have comfortable seating. If you've ever been like in Overture Center, you know what I mean about tight seating. This is very comfortable seating. We have got performing this year Alliance Brass, which is a brass quintet. We've got a USO type show called Letters from Home. We've got a string group called String Showdown. It's a dueling string act. And we've got Jim Witter doing songs of timeless hits of Billy Joel and some other artists that are famous from the 70s. And there are 5 different shows, variety again, from Beaver Dam. I know we've got my husband and Sue Bolden. If you would like to talk to any of them, if you need a brochure, we'll try to get your brochure. And if you don't have a brochure, check www.watertownconcertseries.org. It's a really good deal, great shows. It's very, very much worth it. So thank you for your time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to begin this evening's concert with a song called Armed Forces, the Pride of America. And so as we do this, when you hear if you are a veteran or an active, what am I saying? Active military, there we go, thank you. If you're a veteran or active military, when you hear your branch's song, please rise and be recognized. And everyone else, please give them a hearty applause for their service. And so it'll start with the Army, move on to the Marines, then the Navy, then the Coast Guard, and then the Air Force. And I need to apologize because we don't have the Space Force theme song. That has recently been released, we hear, but we don't have it yet. So unfortunately, we can't give them their own song, but if you would please recognize the Space Force when you hear the Air Force. And then that'll be followed by the Pledge of Allegiance recited by Jim Brogler, and then the National Anthem. So when you hear the Pledge of Allegiance begin, if you will please rise at that point as you are able, and remain standing through the Star Spangled Banner. Thank you. just want you to know that in Watertown, it is a little bit dangerous walking across the street, especially if you are walking across the street by a rehearsal hall for the Watertown Municipal Band. Because when the director gets out of his car to go in and says, "Hey, I need a reader, Jim Brogler, you're crossing the street, come on in." And it's actually the way it worked. And so thank you, Jim, for jumping in there for us. Next, we'll perform Invercargill March. For those of you that think this looks a little different here tonight, no, I am not Teresa A. Stryker. Teresa is on vacation this week, so we're hoping that she's having a great week with her family. And I was very honored to be asked to come in and guest conduct this week. My name is Dwayne Roberson, and I'm a retired band director from Watertown High School, and I've done this band for many years before that, and always enjoyed playing with this band. It's just they're a lot of fun to be with. The next song we have is called Pippin, and some of you may not quite remember what that's about. So if the 70s are your teenage or young adult years, you're probably going to remember the musical Pippin. If not, one thing you might be interested to know is that the composer of the music for Pippin is Stephen Schwartz. Stephen Schwartz is the man who wrote the music for Wicked. And he has written many famous works, but Wicked is one of the most famous recent works of his. And so this piece of music has a lot of really neat things that happen to it. There's several different tunes that are in it. But one thing I would challenge you to listen to is if you know the music from Wicked, you might want to listen very carefully because you might hear some hints of Wicked in this music, and it was done many, many years before Wicked. So it's interesting how some composers will carry some ideas through into all their music. This is the music from Pippin. I think the band was not sure at our first rehearsal together when they saw my concert list, because I didn't hold anything back as far as how difficult things were, and I thought, I'm going to give them some challenges, and that's what we're going to do. This next song is not a challenge technically, but it is extremely musical, one of the most musical pieces written by a Wisconsin composer, Larry Den, and it's just beautiful. However, tonight it takes on another meaning, because on June 25th, we lost our first chair clarinet player, Linda Hurtig, who passed away, and it was quite a shock for us to hear of her passing. And so tonight, you'll see that here in the first chair clarinet position is her chair, and there's the clarinet and some flowers in recognizing her presence, that she's always here. And for a lot of these band members, they've been with her for a large number of years. And it's just difficult under these circumstances. But what we can do as a band is we can provide music that we hope she will be happy with, and know that we care for her and are thinking of her. And so if you would please just give a moment of silence in memory of Linda Hurtig. Thank you. And the piece that we will be playing in her memory tonight is As Summer Was Just Beginning. So one of the pieces that I put in there that was a real challenge for the band, and they really came such a long way in such a short time. I was so impressed. Is called Finlandia, and it's a very, very nice overture by Jean Sibelius, or Gene Sibelius, however you want to pronounce it. I went online to see how do they pronounce that, and I got like 50 different ways. So I'll let you use your own interpretation. But Sibelius is the key word there. And this piece gives us a lot of raucous sound. It gives us a lot of bright, cheery sound. And it also gives us a very calming, beautiful hymn passage that I'm sure that when you get to the hymn passage, if you don't know any other part of Finlandia, you'll probably recognize the hymn, because it's in lots of hymn books and churches and so on. So I'm sure a lot of you would probably have heard it at some point. This is Finlandia by Sibelius. that, the band might want to say, okay, we're done. We've had it. It is a very tiring piece of music to get through, and again, I give them so much credit for working so hard to get that piece down to where we had it. I just sincerely appreciate that. The next piece of music is just a composer that I just really, really enjoy listening to and playing. His name is Eric Whitaker. But he's not only well known for band, he's also well known for orchestra and choral arrangements as well. And there's a lot of them out there. And so he is one of those composers that just does it all and does it very, very well. And so the next piece that we're going to play comes from a Rudyard Kipling poem about a baby seal. And it's called The Seal Lullaby. And so this piece of music is the Seal Lullaby. And as I told the band, I said, this is not, I don't know what word I use, but it's not mastodons. It is a baby seal. And so when we play this, I want you to think about that beautiful baby seal being protected by its mom, floating on a piece of ice in the ocean, and it's just beautiful. That's the way we like to see this piece of music. Seal Lullaby. went out dancing yesterday. My wife is saying, yeah, right. And I went down under Australia to waltz with Matilda, waltzing Matilda. Very popular piece for the last several years has been a piece called Hallelujah. And this is the Hallelujah that is written by Leonard Cohen. And I think just about every pop artist has tried to cover it because it's just one of those tunes that is absolutely beautiful, and a lot of artists have done very, very well in making this just as beautiful as when Leonard Cohen did it. And so it's a piece of music that is, as I kind of refer to it, it's one of those pieces of music where your emotions can overflow. Wherever you want to take your emotions with this music, you can take them there. It is just one of those pieces that can be enjoyed in so many ways. So this is Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. Well, we want to thank you for coming out tonight for this concert. We are going to bring tonight's concert to a conclusion with, I think, one piece that has to be done on this week, and that is the fairest of the fair, because this week is the Jefferson County Fair, so why not join in the festivities? And to the Dodge County Fair participants, good luck when that comes up in August. But this is John Philip Sousa's Fairest of the Fair. Thank you very much, and have a lovely rest of your night. And we'll see you next week. Thank you. No! 2 weeks. It's on Tuesday. Ron Leroy said to me, "Where were you last night?" Or Tuesday night. And I said, "What do you mean? It's on Thursday night." And he says, "Okay." So he put it in his calendar for Thursday night. Now I'm telling him to go back to Tuesday night. Sorry. Tuesday night.
We usually have it on Tuesday night now because we got bumped by lights and sirens. So the police unfortunately take precedence over us.
Wow, okay. So it's back to Tuesday nights. Thank you very much.